Hello and welcome, my lovely friends, to the podcast. Today, I want to talk about something really close to my heart and maybe close to yours too. It's a question I've asked myself many, many times. Was I born unlucky? Maybe you felt that way too. Maybe it feels like your life is one long string of challenges, losses, or struggles. Maybe you've even wondered if the universe somehow has it in for you. I know those feelings well. My life has been filled with intense challenges, sometimes back to back, and there have been many days when I thought, why me? Why do these things have to be so hard? But as I've studied a little astrology over the years and a little numerology, just dabbling in it, I've learned something very different. I wasn't cursed, and neither are you. What I discovered is that some of us are born with soul paths that are more intense, not because we're unlucky, but because we're here for deeper lessons and bigger spiritual growth. Today, I want to share that with you through my own birth chart and my own numerology numbers, so that if you've ever felt the same, you'll understand there's a greater purpose behind it all. The feeling of being unlucky. Let's start here. Have you ever felt like life just keeps throwing storms your way? Maybe every time things start to get better, another challenge shows up. For me, it has often felt like my challenges are always intense. Not just little setbacks, but life changing, heartbreaking, soul testing challenges. And if you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. It's easy in those moments to say, I must just be unlucky. But I want to show you that there's another way to look at it through the lens of numerology and astrology. Numerology insights, life path 11, and birthday 22. Let's begin with numerology. My birthday is February 22nd. When you add all those numbers together, I'm not saying the year, you get a life path 11. Life path 11 is what is called a master number. People with this path are highly intuitive, sensitive, often psychic, and they're here to be spiritual teachers or guides. Sounds beautiful, right? But here's the catch. Master numbers come with master challenges. For an 11, life often feels overwhelming. You pick up other people's energy, you feel pain deeply, and your own lessons can be harder than most people around you. It's like you're walking through life with your heart wide open, raw, and exposed. Now, add to that the fact that I was born on the 22nd. That's another master number, the master builder. The 22 is powerful. It has the potential to create a huge legacy, to build things that last beyond a lifetime. But before that power can be used, the 22 often has to experience life falling apart and being rebuilt from the ground up again and again. So when you combine those two, 11 and 22, you don't get someone who is cursed, but someone who is carrying a very high level soul contract. It's not about bad luck. It's about a curriculum that's tougher than average because the soul is aiming for extraordinary growth. Astrology insights, Scorpio rising and Pisces stellium. Now let's look at the astrology side. My chart gives the same message. I'm a Scorpio rising. People with Scorpio rising often go through cycles of death and rebirth. Not always physical death, but the death of jobs, relationships, identities, and even whole phases of life. It's the path of the phoenix. You're burned down to ash, and then you rise again, transformed. It's powerful, but it's never easy. I also have a Pisces stellium. That means several of my planets are in Pisces, including my Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. Pisces is a deeply spiritual, intuitive sign, but it's also very sensitive and very empathic. Pisces energy absorbs other people's pain like a sponge. And with Saturn mixed in, there's a heaviness. It feels like the spiritual path is a burden at times, a responsibility that can't be avoided. So again, not unlucky, but designed for intensity, designed for depth. Reframing unlucky. Here's what I've learned. When you have these numbers and placements, life is not about cruising through on calm seas. Life is about learning how to navigate storms. Instead of unlucky, it's more like chosen for a master class. You are here to experience transformation, to go through challenges, and to alchemize them into wisdom, compassion, and strength. Think about it. Who better to guide others through darkness than someone who has walked through darkness themselves? Who better to help others heal than someone who knows what it's like to be hurt? Your greatest pain becomes your greatest gift. Practical tips, how to work with it. So how do we live with this? How do we carry such intense paths without being crushed by them? Here are a few things that help me. Grounding. Every day, spend some time in nature, journaling, or simply sitting quietly. It helps balance that sensitive energy. Creative outlets. Whether it's art, music, writing, or tarot, use your challenges as fuel for expression. That's how pain becomes power. Helping others. Life paths 11 and 22 are meant to guide, teach, or support. Whenever I use my experiences to help someone else, the weight feels lighter. Remembering the bigger picture. Remind yourself, this is not bad luck. This is soul training. Every test has meaning, even if it's hard to see in the moment. So if you've ever asked yourself, was I born unlucky? I want you to hear this. No, you were not born unlucky. You were born with a path that is intense, yes. A path that can break you down at times, yes. But also a path that can turn you into someone extraordinary. Your soul is not here for punishment. Your soul is here for transformation. And the deeper the challenge, the greater the wisdom you'll eventually carry. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remind yourself, I'm not unlucky, I'm walking a master path. Thank you all so much for listening today. If this touched your heart, I hope you'll share it with someone who might need to hear it too. And remember, no matter how hard things feel, you are not alone, and you are far stronger than you realize. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And please share with someone you think this may help. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one.